Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now fairly old, has become incredibly collectible and are becoming harder and harder to find, especially in this mint unopened condition. We are looking at a 2008 release by Neca from their Universal Monsters series of Headknockers bobbleheads. And this particular one we're looking at today is of the Bride of Frankenstein. And it's all based on the 1935 science fiction horror movie, which was basically the sequel to the 1931 film Frankenstein. And it was obviously the Bride of Frankenstein. And this particular bobblehead we're looking at is based on the person who played the Bride of Frankenstein, which was Elsa Lanchester. It was still an all-star cast. There was Boris Karloff, who played the Frankenstein monster, and there was a lot of stars at the time that appeared in that particular movie. A little bit of trivia. The movie cost $397,000 to make, and at the box office it netted $2 million. So again, a quite nice return. Back in those days, that was an awful lot of money. And it ran for about 75 minutes, and it was released in April 1935. Okay, let's not digress too much. This is the item in front of us, and it says Universal Studios, home of the original monsters. And you can see an image there of the bobblehead, or the head knocker, and it is the Bride of Frankenstein. Okay, so that is the front of the box. If I just turn the box around to the side, there is another image. You got the same logo on the side there, which is Universal Studios, home of the original monsters, and you've got another image of the actual bobblehead there. You can see the cut around her neck there where she's been sewed back together, and it says the Bride of Frankenstein. If we turn the box around to the back, and you can see other bobblehead or head knockers of the same series, and again Universal Studios, home of the original monsters, and you've got the Neca logo at the bottom. And back around to the side there, we've got another view of the Bride of Frankenstein, again with the same logo, Universal Studios, home of the original monsters. And then we're back around to the front, and if I just drop the box down from the top, you can see it's got the Bride of Frankenstein head knocker, and it's warning choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years, and you've got the Neca logo at the bottom. And if I just lift the box up to the other end, it says the Bride of Frankenstein. Again, you've got the Universal Studios, home of the original monster logo. It says Universal Studios, Monsters TM, and copyright 2008, Universal City Studios Inc., licensed by Universal Studios Licensing Inc., all rights reserved. Elsa Lanchester likeness, courtesy of the estate of the Elsa Lanchester, Universal Studios Monsters TM, and copyright 2008, Universal City Studios Inc., licensed by Universal Studios Licensing Inc., all rights reserved. And the Cheney TM likeness, Cheney Enterprises, Universal Studios Monsters, copyright 2000, Universal City Studios, licensed by Universal Studios Licensing Inc., all rights reserved. And you've got the Neca logo and the Neca email web address, and you've got the barcode and the Made in China at the bottom. Okay, so that is the box. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the box, I'm going to pop the figure out, and we're going to have a look at the figure itself outside of the box. Okay, so I've removed the figure from the box, and she comes all in this bag. I've had to open the polystyrene away as well. I'm just going to remove her from the bag, if I can do that very gently without damaging anything. And there we are. Now she's still got this wrapped around there, obviously to hold the neck. Okay, I'm just going to take that off so we can have a good look at it in all its glory. There we are. So I've just removed that. You can see she's got quite a long neck there, and obviously that's because of the bobble. And if I just lift it up, you can see underneath, you can see that big spring on there on the oversized head, and that's what makes the heads knock and bobble. So there we are, that's the head there. But there we are. So this is the Bride of Frankenstein, as it says at the front there, the Bride of Frankenstein, and there's the electrical panel that charged her and brought her to life. And it is based on that character from that 1935 movie, played by Elsa Lanchester. A very good likeness of her as she appeared in that movie. I just want to get some measurements here. So if we measure, we're looking at about 21 centimeters tall, which equates to about just over 8 inches in height. And if I measure across the base there, the widest point, you're looking at 9 centimeters. And depth wise, well, we're going to have to measure from the front of the base to the back of her head, and we're looking at about 12 centimeters because her head is huge, as you can see there. But then it's meant to be because it's supposed to be a knocker and bobble. So she is dressed in her blue gown as she wore in the movie, and she's got her arms all bandaged up as she had in the movie when she was brought back to life. And if you just look at her head under the neck there, you can see the join where her head has been put together, where she's been glued together by Frankenstein to make his bride. So it's a very heavy cast figure with a bobble head at the top, and it's all cast, so it's quite delicate and could break easily if dropped. So obviously you need to be a little bit careful on this. And there's the back of the head, and you can see it's very, very bouncy. There is little bits of polystyrene actually. Oh no, it's the paint of the colour of the hair. I thought it was polystyrene that was in the head then, but it's not. It is actually the paint, and that's how it's supposed to look like. But again, I say it's a very, very nice likeness of Elsa Lanchester. I mean, it's a very good image. And the cutting and the joining of the head is just incredible. Really does look nice. The added touch of the electric charge at the back there really does make this figure look fantastic. And again, it is, you just wobble the head and then you've got your head knocker. Okay, how well then did these figures do back in 2008? Well, I don't believe they've done overly well. I mean, they were all based on old movies and characters from movies from the 1930s and 1940s, so very old ones. Unless you were someone that was into watching all the old movies, I don't think these would have really appealed to you. Of course, unless, again, if you were a collector of the Headknockers, then they might have appealed to you. But generally, they were not the greatest of sellers for Neca. So the line didn't go on for too long, and I think there was only 3 that were produced before they dropped the line anyway. So not an overly popular item. So let's move forward, was it 17 years now to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these appear very often on the platforms? No, not really. I mean, I did look for this particular one, and I think I found one other, or maybe 2 others on the platforms, but they had all previously been open and had been displayed. I didn't see any like this which was still factory sealed until I opened it, and there was quite a few loose ones with no box and nothing else. Yes, I mean, if you just want to display one, you can pick a loose one up on the platforms quite easily. If you want one in the box, you can pick those up as well. If you want one that's in mint new condition, as this one is, then that's a little bit more difficult to find. And obviously the other thing is, if you're ordering from the platforms, be careful, because a lot of them use stock photographs, and what you're actually looking at and the description you're reading may not be for the item that you are about to order. If there's no new ones available, some of the platforms just automatically jump to the used items, and you could actually be ordering a used item without box and packaging or what have you, which is something that you perhaps didn't want to order. Okay, so that is the figure. Now, as you know, we at Midas Touch, we don't believe in stock photographs, so the item you see on our website is the actual item that you will be buying. And not to mention the fact that we shoot accompanying videos for all of the new items which goes into the website, and this particular item is no exception to that, and it is, as of today, currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage bobblehead or head knocker figures, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful old Neca Bride of Frankenstein Headknocker with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.